Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara, KIRK.
What's up?
And so we're looking at Army of the Dead official teaser by Netflix. A Zack Snyder film opens on Netflix May 21st. Following a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble, venturing into the quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted.
Ooh, this sounds fun.
This is a story by Zack Snyder, screenplay by Zack Snyder and Shay Hatton, and Joby Harold. I almost thought that was my name. I'm like, when did I work on this? And directed by Zack Snyder. Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's wild.
That's a dope shot. Bautista.
Yeah. Oh, I like the weapon. Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
That's heavy, brother. But I dig it.
Oh my goodness. The font on the titles and whatnot is very interesting.
I like it. It's like that kind of neon-y type feel. Neon-y? Neon. Just neon. I like it.
It feels kind of like, oh God. Sorry, it's really early. Birds of Prey, but cooler.
Like,
I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like Birds of Prey, but darker.
And just in terms of the font, not the film, just so that's clear. And the first thing that this compares to in my mind is World War Z, because of the landscape, those sweeping shots of like all the zombies and whatnot.
And just the sheer number.
Yeah, but I thought that. I mean, maybe it's because what's going on here is a lot simpler. I thought that this looked much better. This is also newer than World War Z, which came out years ago. But I just remember the shot of the zombies piling in World War Z, and I was like, it looks all right. But this actually looks like, whoa. It just kind of took me back. I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. The only question I have is the heist to get the money, right?
Yeah.
Why in this world would that matter?
Oh, good point. Because I was like, why wouldn't you just break into Las Vegas and steal money from like a casino or something? That seems like a really great idea, but great point. In this world, why the hell would that even matter unless the zombie outbreak is only limited to Las Vegas?
Or they've got the vaccine on the horizon there, and so like money will matter again at some point.
Yeah, or they just ran out of toilet paper
if
and
Bitcoin
they were like,
hasn't taken over,
Right.
Or toilet paper?
Yeah.
That's great. That's gross, actually. That's gross.
Of course your mind would go, that's gross.
It's just dirty.
But I know it's dirty, but honestly, at that point, if it's like a zombie apocalypse, the best thing you can do with money is like make it.
Fire. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. But I mean, I just got done playing Last of Us 2 a couple weeks ago, and there's a scene where you go into a bank vault and there's a lot of money. It's like, but you don't need it, so you don't get it. It's like there's no value there. In the beginning of WALL-E, he takes the diamond and tosses it in favor of keeping the case because diamonds have no value in this post-apocalyptic or whatever you want to call it. This. Anyway, about the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I mean, obviously it's just a teaser, but they are really selling you on the production value of it all. It looks expensive. It looks like they spent a lot of money to get this done with the cities and being all destroyed and whatnot, and all the zombies and what have you, and recreating casinos and having it get destroyed by zombies.
That was super cool. I think the fact that it's set in Las Vegas kind of gives you an opportunity to really take a lot of the tropes that we know about Las Vegas and kind of flip it on its head. Like, I really enjoyed seeing that Elvis Presley impersonator zombie. It's just, fun things like that, or the bachelorette party turned into zombies attacking people. It's kind of like wild and crazy and colorful and fun. Yeah. And with it being Zack Snyder, I'm like, aesthetically, it's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, I'm I've got a renewed interest in Zack Snyder. Let me be completely frank. So when I saw 300, I didn't love it. I know I'm in the minority there because most people that watched the movie just loved it. I didn't, and I was actually apprehensive about him as a director, and then his following films also continued to make me more apprehensive. With Justice League on the horizon, I've actually got a renewed excitement. When I watched the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman, I was like, oh, I actually like this better. I think there's a good movie here. And there are elements of Man of Steel that I liked, but as a whole, I didn't love that movie. And so it's a departure from what we've seen him doing for the last several years. And I'm like, oh, I'm actually really stoked to see this. And Dave Bautista is just a naturally interesting, compelling dude for whatever reason. Like, he's just fun to watch. And so he doesn't have to do a whole lot to be a fun character on screen, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like,
right?
He's just really watchable.
And so when you pair that with a director who's very visual, I feel like it could be really cool. And with it being, a zombie movie, it's obviously for adults, Zack Snyder can just, he can go back to his 300 days and just be as violent as he wants with it, or Watchmen, if you will. He can be as violent as he wants with it and have as much fun as he wants. And I feel like this gives him a chance to let loose and do something different than what we've seen him do. And I think it could be very fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. Is all that preamble to say, I'm excited for a Zack Snyder film, and that's a big deal coming from me.
Yeah, it definitely is a big deal from you. And like, watching this teaser, although we didn't really see that much, I did get kind of a sense of it having a sense of humor, which I think is important.
Yeah.
And so I'm really stoked about that, because I love a little bit of zombie plus some lighthearted comedy, just because for me personally, like, I enjoy zombie films. I'm still terrified of the zombies, but because it just looks kind of fun and funny, I can really, get behind it.
I don't recognize any of the other actors' names in this other than Dave Bautista. Like, do you recognize any of these names? So there's a lot of people here that might be more well-known globally and just not in the States.
Right.
Like, you notice Netflix has been doing this more and more, most especially with Korean movies, where they'll have a Korean director come in. Like, there was that Space Sweepers. There's a Korean director, if I'm not mistaken, but they bring in talent from all over the world. Not necessarily known people, but it's a very global kind of thing. There was the one with the big pig as well. Okja, there's that. It's like, again, it's a global thing where you have people from all over the world who are participating in this movie. At least that's how I recall it. And it would seem to be the same thing here, which I think is actually really neat that Netflix has that ability, because they have dedicated films for different countries.
Well, yeah, because Netflix is a global platform now, and it just kind of makes sense to try and bring everyone together.
Right, so you can make this movie that hits all markets at once. But the other side of that, which is, to me, more interesting, is that you're sort of bringing a lot of audiences together in an interesting way, because you're bringing different talent together and exposing these people to different markets that would have otherwise not been seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's really neat, and I think that's cool. Anyway, I'm excited. Like I said, this was fun, and I'm not normally excited for zombie things. Like, usually I stay far away from it, but this looks fun. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara KIRK.
Peace out.